yeah, my daughter's missing too. We're like, girl, what? A daughter? Why is his daughter just coming up in the story? So I am in the thrift store and I was standing in line, y'all, because I was so excited to find this hobo bag, y'all. This is like a boutique bag from 2003 because I took it through the lens and it like authenticated it for me. It has all the patchwork and everything in it. So y'all, I'm standing in line in the thrift store. I'm probably 7 of 20 people in line, and so all of a sudden I see this manager, which I go in there, you know, you be in the thrift store a lot when you know everybody that works in there. Let me run this window real quick because I'm about to go and tell y'all this real quick. So I see the manager just looking, like he walking by looking, and then all of a sudden he makes the announcement and he's like, hey, I'm just looking at the carts and just like what you guys have in hand because we are missing, there were like 2 purses, and I think he said like a wallet or a pair of shoes. It was no, he said 2 purses and keys. That's what he said that have been stolen. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so awful. Pretty much nobody else in line is giving any cares. I feel like I was the only one that was like, oh my gosh. The lady behind me, she was just like it was just funny, her face. She was just like, okay, I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to like get back to my car. So I'm like wondering, I'm like, well, dang, who is it that lost the stuff? Because you know, when people make announcements, usually everybody's like looking around to see like who is it, and then you usually see the person looking like distraught. So at first I thought it was like the couple up towards the front of the store because they were just standing in between the exit and the checkout, like just like they were waiting for something. But the lady had a purse. I was like, well, maybe it's not her. So then I saw them walk out, and so all of a sudden I see another lady that works in the store, and she's having a conversation with someone. And so I overhear, and I'm like, oh, this is the lady that's missing, that's associated with the 2 purses and the keys that are stolen. And she's like, yeah. So the lady's just standing there just looking so solemn and calm, because y'all, if I was missing 2 purses and some keys, baby, I would be probably looking like a hot mess if my keys and 2 purses were stolen. But I'm trying to figure out, like, were these purses in her cart for her to check out, or did she have 2 purses in the store that were stolen? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then she says, also, like kind of low, she's like, also, my daughter is missing. And I'm looking, I'm like, what? This is me, like, I feel like and I'm just like, and the lady like looks at me, and I'm like literally maintaining eye contact with her as if I'm doing the investigation. But I'm investigating from the sidelines, right? And she's like, my daughter is missing. And I'm like, so then the lady is saying like, well, she's like, yeah, she was last in the dressing room. So I'm like, wait a minute. And I was just like, okay, your daughter is missing and you last saw her in the dressing room. So then the lady says to her, the attendant says to her, well, do you think she's in there now? Like, she's looking back there, because they have, mind you, the manager, I see him walking around, he's doing his due diligence, like he's doing a full like sweep, like he's looking in between like all of the like little aisles, all between like the dress racks, like he's looking, like if it's there, he gonna find it, because like he is on the case. Like, for, you know how they say, you can tell I got a little nephew, I'm like, Chase is on the case. Like, this man, he is on the case for real. He got the whole Scooby squad. They're about to solve this mystery. So back to the lady and the attendant that's standing off to the side, because mind you, I'm still standing in line waiting to check out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. And the lady is just looking at me while she's giving her story, saying her daughter is missing. And then the attendant is like, well, do you think she could have driven away somewhere? Like, is she old enough to drive? And the lady was like, no. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a mess. 2 purses, keys, and you missing a child. That is great on Memorial Day. Y'all, that's crazy. Like, that would just be like my worst, I won't say my worst nightmare, but that would just be, you know how people say my top horror movies are? Losing an essential item during a holiday weekend because there's so much traffic. And y'all, Salvation Army, there's a lot of traffic because the entire store is 50% off. So there is a lot of traffic in there. And so, yeah, oh, did I show y'all what I got? So I got this, the Y2k bag, and then I bought this dress, which is mostly cotton. I'm gonna flip it because, child, I am not an extra small. So I got this. It's by English Factory, which is a good brand. They sell it at like department stores, and I think I've seen it like in Nordstrom as well. But anyways, so yeah, so the lady is like, do you think your daughter could have driven off? And she was like, no. I think she said like she's not old enough to drive. So the lady went outside and then she came back in. So I don't, so then by that time I was up at the no, I said to the lady, because the lady was passing by, so this is me trying to be helpful. I was like, why don't you, I was like, can y'all just pull like the surveillance just to see like what's going on? Because I see these little cameras up in here, but you know, sometimes that surveillance be a little shaky. You don't know what's going on, you know. If it's so the lady was like, yeah, the guy's gonna go back there and pull surveillance. I was like, okay. So when I get up to the register, I'm telling this other lady, she's a manager too, she's checking me out, and I'm like, dang, this lady, I was like, man, that's so sad, like she done lost her bag. And she was just like, and she was just like, yeah, she was like, yeah, that's strange, like that's strange. Like I could tell she wasn't buying into the story. But anyways, I just thought I had to tell y'all about that. Like I hope this lady finds all of her stuff. But I'm stuck on how you lose two purses, keys, and a child. 2 purses and keys, yes. A child, no. I just don't like, that's just such a random selection of things to lose. But anyways, we're about to go into my go in here today because I am not feeling well at all, and it's been such a interesting month. Anyways, so I'm gonna be wise. The Bible says you gotta be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Baby, I'm trying to be all of that. Anyways, I'll check. I can't even talk. I will check back in with you guys later. I'm gonna go into floor and decor because now that I did something I want fun, now I gotta do some adulting. So I'll chat with you guys later. I just thought I had to tell y'all that story because I was just like, ma'am, how, girl. And she just was like looking so calmly as if she had just like misplaced, I don't know, her phone or something. Like she had sat her phone down or a drink down somewhere and she was just looking for it, or a sweater. It was just like, yeah, my daughter's missing too. We're like, girl, what, a daughter? Why is his daughter just coming up in this story? It should have been the daughter, the keys, and the purse, or the daughter, purse, and keys. Not the purse, the keys, and the daughter. Like, ma'am. Anyways, y'all, that was interesting. It's not funny. It's just funny how she didn't tell nobody her daughter was missing. It's not funny the girl is missing, because it was just interesting. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta get in here, but let me know if you guys want to see like home decor process, because I'm figuring this out. So I'm learning. I had a call with the contractor this morning, so we're learning, we're figuring it out together.